Just very briefly, I think my presence here today really is more of a listening group, and I'm going to park myself down there for the first session at least, and you know, to get some learning, as they say. But I'm delighted to be here, delighted to formally open this event. I want to thank Dennis Collins for the invitation to be here. I think my presence here really is about, as I say, about listening to the messages that are coming from the speakers here today. I think there's a strong sense of optimism in this region, you know, and I think IT at Cork are real, what I would call thought leaders in the process. Last week we had them to launch the Adopt a School initiative. I was delighted to be a part of that. Just this week, the government has announced the fund for upskilling out-of-field maths teachers, and John Hurley from Google has you know, endorsed that process as well, and that will lead to a professional diploma in maths. So we're very much listening on the education side in terms of the challenges that need to be brought about. I look at Cork again, I look at it as a health innovation hub. We've had some conversations with people on the ground here in CIT and UCC in relation to how we can use Cork as a demonstrator model for a health innovation hub, so that we can start using Cork as a fulcrum through which you know, medical device companies, you know, and academia and industry can you know, play a role using Cork as its bedrock, incorporating our academic institutions and our hospitals. There's a lot of good things that will come out of that, and I'm very enthusiastic about it. The Taoiseach was here, you know, last Friday week. We were in to see Dennis, and in IBM we had a conversation around you know, visas and you know, how we can work together to bridge that skills gap that is there, that has been identified to us by people such as Dennis, and there will be a further meeting around that. And there's a willingness by the immigration people in Dublin to sit down, particularly with IBM, to see how we can work through some of those challenges. We also have the Prioritisation Action Group. I'm chairing that at present. We've got the 14 key areas, the 14 themes that we're working on in relation to funding of research. One of the drivers for that is to ensure that we get the, you know, we measure the impact of our investment in science and research such that we can create more jobs and we can get a greater alignment with industry goals on that one. And that's a very big challenge for us at present, but I'm chairing the Prioritisation Action Group, and one of our key aims is to ensure that we can create more jobs and get a greater alignment in that sense, and that's happening also. So those are just a very high-level view of some of the things that are happening in government. But I think the key message for me to impart here is that there is a discussion on a daily basis, in some cases, with people like Dennis, with people like IT at Cork, with CIT, with UCC, CUH, you know, and it's about ensuring that within this region we can bring all of the right people together, the key influencers, you know, working with centres like the Rubicon Centre and Nimbus, etc., to see how we can adopt the models or look at the models that are in play within these organisations and translate them into beneficial outcomes in terms of government policy. So really what we're doing is we're listening as much as we can on the ground to people such as Dennis. I'm delighted to be here today just to assist in the opening of this. I won't delay any further because you didn't come here to listen to me. But I do look forward to the morning session, and I thank you sincerely for the opportunity. Thank you very much.